What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Antwyone Washington. I appreciate you guys joining me. We're about to get in here to the studio. So let's get it going. Let's give you a quick little description. We're going to be doing a window light with using the strip bank. I'll be showing you how to do that. We're also too going to be coming back and you're going to be seeing, I want you to see the studio setup, see how it's running. I'm going to come back. I'm going to change the screen for you so you can start seeing the shots themselves on there. So let's go ahead and take care of the first part. Let me change the dynamics of the room just a little bit more light in there. So let's get going. All right. Do, 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 do. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So there's a few things that's happening here. So this is going to be our main wall here, and our subject is going to be is here. And so if the subject was against the wall, close to the wall, that's where we're going to kind of create this window light going across this way. We're going to create it with using the strip box. So we're going to bring the strip box um, like it was just sitting there in the window, like it's a window. Except since I have control, I can kind of turn it just a little bit so the light rays are coming because the light rays do come in different directions. So I'm just going to kind of barely go across here so you can see it. So let me take a look see, and I should be able to get that in the camera. You'll see the, oops, I didn't mean to flash it. I'm gonna go back here real quick, sorry. My fingers, there it is. So if you can see the lamp here, you can see it's going across the subject as well. And you can see it on my hand as well, how the light is coming across this way. So there's no light in front, okay? And I'm gonna let you see that this camera is on total blackout, okay? So there's no light coming through the camera, so we're gonna see that next, all right? And then we're gonna talk about the position of the camera. So I'm gonna turn this light off. Here, the light is set, subject is set. So we're gonna look at this here. Let me make it real quick. So now we're gonna use a second screen here, so that you saw how those setups are. So you're gonna see everything I see in Capture One. So I have my camera set up already. It's in Capture One. It's facing there. It's the light is totally off. So you're gonna see right here in this section here it says no images. So the camera settings at 160 as of a stop, f-stop of f5 and ISO at 100, and we're going to talk about that too. But so I'm going to take this shot so you can see. Sorry. All right, it's pitch black. All right, it's pitch black. I'm gonna move. I can't move it. It's off site. But right here in this area, that's where I will have my window to show you. But it's pitch. This is pitch black. Okay. All right. Let me turn off before and after. It's kind of crazy. So this is it. It's a pitch black, and you can tell that it's pitch black also too. This is exposure in my camera right now. So I have to rely on the light. That's what that means. I have to rely on the light that's coming out from the strobe. There's all the light you see in here in itself. In the studio itself. That's a non-factor, as you can see. I just took the picture. And also you can see inside my exposure. This is my camera exposure. It is completely dark. So if I was to look at, for me, if I was using a flash, and again, this is how I photograph, and that's necessarily how you're gonna photograph in itself. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm not necessarily, because I'm doing like a portraiture in itself. So I'm gonna stay probably at 5.6, and I'm gonna go to the ISO 200. Okay, and I'm just gonna start at uh, 160 of it. So I'm gonna keep it at 160. So I'm gonna keep it there. And again, I'm gonna take another shot so you guys can see. It's really not affecting, because my inside my camera is not affecting anything. Okay, so just want to let you know that. So now I'm gonna turn the light on, and we're gonna get another shot over there. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that happen real quick. But before I do, inside of the um, Capture One, you have an opportunity where you can go live, um, and and as you're going live, you're able to build out your camera, which is pretty amazing. So I'm gonna go right down here, and it's gonna go onto my iPad. All right. So I get to see what's happening. I don't got to come over here and adjust that. So I want you guys to see this is what I'm doing here. So you have to be in tether. You will come down here to the let's see this camera settings. Next, um, the next capture naming. Next capture location, live studio. Set down here. Capture studio. So you're gonna go to the next capture. You hit. Sorry here. Did I set up? Belay my last. Belay my last. Belay my last. Live studio. Capture. Okay. So it's gonna capture all. I'll just capture folder. Let's say all sessions folder. Start sharing. So on my iPad here, I'm gonna unplug it from its charging station, and I'm gonna pull it off of here. So you can see that on my iPad, I'm gonna click on this icon will come up. So I should click on it, and it should show me everything that is happening over there. So I'm gonna give you guys a pretty good example, which I love this so much. So I'm gonna turn my ISO up to something ridiculous, okay, to 3200, because so I can put some light in here. I'm gonna take a shot so you guys can see how that is. They brought the image right there. The image is over there. So now I get to see it. I'm gonna put it back in my stand. So every shot that's happening over here, I'll get to see it as well, okay? So I'm gonna go back down to my ISO, down into, well, at 200. I'm gonna take another shot. You guys can see, just gonna be another shot here. And the very next shot is blank. So I know you can't see anything, but the very next shot is blank. All right, so let's get down to it. Let's get back into the studio and let's get to work. All right. All right, since I'm in the studio, I'm gonna turn the light on, and I'm gonna check something real quick. Check see where my light is at. Let's see here. I'm at 1/4 of a stop, which I'll probably have to go all the way up into the highest one probably to get the shot on, maybe not. So I got it turned in basically where I want it, and I'm gonna, if I was shooting this, because the light is right there, it's kind of like I have a window light, and just to protect it, I'm gonna put my hood on so I can protect it for a little bit of the light if light gets in there. So back up just a little bit here, and I'm right about there. I'm gonna go ahead and go down just a little bit so I can get more of that. I'm gonna do horizontal so you can see the light from the wall. All right. Okay. Ooh-wee. I know you see that. That's bright, huh? That's a bright picture. But you see how it's not facing, it's not facing the um, subject. It's behind the subject. And we can probably scoot it a little bit further back. All right. All right. And I'm gonna turn it down a stop. That looks really, really amazing. I'm gonna turn down and stop, hit it again. Beautiful. Let me go back to the shot. So this is the second shot. I'm on my, this is pretty good. So let's go ahead and check this out in the um, capture one. All right, that's not bad. So I guess you guys were seeing what I was doing over there. If I was doing it in the iPad, it was happening on screen, I hope. But if not, let's see. I want to know because this is my first time using this particular setting in this manner. So I want to see if I, okay. I was just saying if I moved it over here, did it move it over there? All right, so because it's independent, it's not on Wi-Fi. It's independent on link, which I really love. So I I'm looking at here, right, at the second shot, and the reason why I changed it because I knew this was kind of blown out, a little bit overexposed. It looks very clean, looks very clean, but it loses detail. You can tell it loses detail right in here. So, and you can tell up here for the exposure. So if I was to put out my meter, would my meter read 5.6 1/60th of a stop at 200 ISO? Would it read that? Okay, um, and I'll go get it to get a light reading so you guys can see that because the second shot I took, which was this one, it was pretty much metered right here. It's right there. It's right there. There's no high clipping over here. If I go back to the other picture, you can see that clipping right there. And I did that by sight. I wasn't in my camera. I couldn't see it in my camera. I did that by sight because you've been photographing for so long. You can tell stuff is looks overexposed, which it is. So you would come down here. So now you have a little more detail to play with, and definitely a beautiful shot in itself. And I'm angled to where the way the light looks. I'm on the side, as you saw me. I was on the side of the studio. So what I'm going to do, so you can see the positioning of the light a little better, which I showed you. I'm gonna go to the, get over here. Full. I'm gonna go to the full. This is my screen. I'm gonna go to my studio. I'm going back to the studio real quick. Again, so I want you to see, um, again, the angle of the camera and where the light is at. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna meter over here so you can see that as well. Red. And I have my studio a little bit darker today because I wanted to show you all this the way this light is. Okay, so my light is at 1/4 of a stop of a stop here, and I'm gonna have my light meter here, and I'm at ISO 200. I'm at 1/60th of a shutter speed, so it's gonna read. I'm gonna give you a good look see here. Oh, which one more camera? This is the camera. So if you can see it, let me see if I can get in there. And I'm looking, don't turn towards the light, right there. So you can see that's the reading, that's what's my camera, right? Okay, so 1/60th. So it should read 5.6 when I hit the camera here. So I have my trigger already plugged in. Get untangled when I got it plugged in. And I'm going to stand pretty much on top of, I'm gonna stand back this way. Instead of me facing the light this way, I'm gonna stand back this way and do the reading, hold down the button. And that's at 4.0. And that's at 5.6. I'm gonna keep holding it. I'm gonna keep holding it so you guys can see right here where the light meter is at right now. 5.6. If you can see it, I'm sorry for, I got the reflection in there, but it should say 5.6 in there. You should be able to see it. I'm sorry if you can't. If you can, there it is right there. 5.6, you can see it a little, it's not totally in focus, but you can see 5.6, that's the reading. When I let it go, it's gonna go back to 0, okay? See how it goes back to 0? So that was perfect. It's actually in the picture itself. So I'm gonna show you right here in the picture itself where it held. Well, it snapped, and of course there's no delay. Snapped on 0 instead of 5/6. So if I'm looking at metering my whole section and I'm looking at my subject, my light is behind my subject. Okay, my light is behind my subject. I want you guys to know you can do this. You can create window light, have that bevel of light come through like a room, and it's kind of tilted in a little bit. You don't want to try to go straight on because really, realistically, you don't have enough sun to do that. Okay, so that's what you're creating, just creating this nice beveling of light for your subject. And why would you use that? I love those for portraits. I love those when you're getting um, some let's say more of a, maybe it's a boudoir type of feel as well. I can change my direction of the light. I'm away from the light. I'm behind it. I'm adjacent to it, and that's, I mean, when I shoot this way, it's a different feeling than when I shoot straight on. It's gonna be a different look. Woo! You guys saw that? Forgot to tighten it up. I think my life just flashed through my eyes. Oh my gosh, forgot to tighten up when I made a move. Oh, blooper. So let me go, if I was to go straight on to here, you can see it. Okay. It gives you that nice little difference of light texture and look. And I can go over here and I can start seeing it that it's getting further and further underexposed. So you can play that to your favor because now you have opposite light to your subject, right? It's not a lot of wall space, but I'm gonna kind of show you what I'm talking about. You can kind of play that little mode where you letting that light from the front be the reading of what you want it to be for that. So you can look at this here. Let me go back. I didn't made some shots and I thought I was on the right camera setting. All right, let's switch it there. Sorry. As you can see, this is what I was talking about. You can have the light kind of work its way through. The shot before was that one. It's a beautiful light in there. And so, give me a minute. I'm gonna take care of this one here. I'm gonna turn that one off so you can see. Okay, so you can see the light there. Okay, so as you're looking at the beautiful kind of different light, now you metered your camera, how you want the light to be. Now you can be more creative and how, especially like this was someone was in a beautiful a piece, a one piece, a two piece type of thing. This is how this light will be beautiful. And let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so give me a minute. I'm gonna go back over to the. Let me come back here. Sorry, using my touchpad. Supposed to be using my mouse here. Let me go back up to the studio, up to the main cam, and I'm gonna switch these two out real quick. And I'm gonna go to back to my website. All right, so you guys can see the shot I'm talking about inside my website. Let me see if I got it in my pictures first. So do I got it in my pictures? Yes. Okay. So that one's good, but that's not the one I really want you guys to see for that particular picture. I'm going to open up my website here real quick. It'll take me 2 seconds here. 2 more seconds. Oh, you guys, thank you for being patient. Thank you for being patient. All right. All right. Let me go through here. Yeah, make that big so you can see it. Gallery. And I'm gonna go straight into here. Where's that? Where's that? Perfect example. There it is. Boom. What I'm talking about. Go back. Oh, actually, this one. Okay. So I'm about to show you the actual shot that I did with this particular thing, this particular lighting setup. Okay. So this is the actual shot itself with that lighting setup. I'm on the opposite side of the light. I'm on the dark side, as you can see, and I'm shooting right through that light to make it the softness of the light that comes straight through, and you're able to still see that build-in of light coming through across the body, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful lighting. Here's another example of it. That's another example right there. I'm on the opposite side of the light. The light is coming from this side, it's pushed in, and I'm on the opposite side of it, and I'm able to kind of build that out. Let me give you another one here. Let me go back and let's go here. This is a very perfect example of that. This shot right here is a perfect example of using window light, having it come in, you being on the opposite side, as you can see the window light, because we didn't have a lot of window play in that. So I'm on the opposite side. That's how you get that nice light bevel. Again, this is nice light bevel. It's a window on this side of her right there. That's the window. It's actually the sun. It's not a flash on that side. And we used all of that light to get that. All right, let me go down here. Go back. And I want to show you one more so you guys can really give that understanding of it, which was this one. Okay. This one here, let me see if I can blow it up or not. Oops, go back. Oh my gosh, it's just doing what it wanted to do. All right. See that light coming in straight from the window side, coming all the way across. It was on this side, I guess, coming all the way across, and you kind of get on the opposite side of it, and you can shoot it straight on. You can do all those things. So let's go back to the um, um, the capture one. Let me go back over there, and this is the see that likeness of the light coming across. You get to see it. I'm on the opposite side of it. I'm gonna do this one again here, and you have the nice, beautiful light coming across the subject. It's highlighting where it's supposed to highlight on the subject as well. You can get those, or if you on the same side, because I was on the same, I'm gonna show you the same side light I was on. So when I was on the same side of the light, that's the look I got. Okay, for the same side of the light. Okay, and that's okay because if I was doing a face shot and some stuff like that, I would love to do that. But the cool thing about it is I can go on the other side of that wall, which is on primarily angle in on this side of the wall, which I'm going to show you where my studio, uh, where the camera is at inside of the studio. Let me turn that. Studio cam. So over here, where you see my camera, right there, right in that area. Okay, so you've been on the opposite side of the light, and that's where you want to be. That's where you want to take advantage of when you're doing this here. Okay, you've been on the opposite side, hitting away from the light, and that's where you want to hit. And you say to yourself, so what if I push the light even further back? Okay, it's just the same as if you pulling a stop or two back from the light. That's all you're doing. Okay, you're pulling a stop. All right, you're doing a stop. So I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna switch real quick so you can see. You're just pulling stops down from the light. That's exactly what you're doing. If you see, I'm going to. If you see you see my exposure in there. That's a feeling that you're engaging with, and that's what you want to kind of watch and see what angles work best for you. The big goal of it is don't try to point into that light itself. So Some of those shots that I showed you, I will just let the window was right there. A little cant in there. And I can go straight on. Excuse me. And you can definitely see the directional portion of this light in itself. Go back. See what that looks like. There it is. So, and you see how those highlights and lowlights and directional portions of those lights are working? And that's what you're looking at, okay? Sorry about that. Bridges are falling down. All right. And how you see that beautiful light going across. I can see it in my iPad here, but you can see it on the screen. And as you're looking at it on the screen, oh my gosh, it's looking amazing. So you can practice this lighting technique in all of the work, the styles of work that you do um, in itself, especially when it comes to um, developing a look. Now, this is just one light. So can you build in another light, maybe over top, maybe a fill light, so a bounce car light, a bounce car. I have a lot of white in here, so it's bouncing its fair share back to the wall. But if you want to add in, let's say a secondary light to light up the backdrop itself, we can. If you guys want to do that, we can do that. You know, we can play around with that real quick, see what that looks like. I'll get a snoot. What's my snoot? There is a. I just had one the other. It's down here. I just covered it all up with my other lamps. So I'm looking for. Let's see. I'm gonna get one. Oh, mercy. I'm gonna move this guy out of my way. You should be careful. The one thing you want to do is be careful with all your lights here. And the reason why I'm doing a snoot is because it's just I got little room. Okay, the less room I have, the more I got to be a little bit more creative with that. So, and I'm doing this just to show you where the light's falling over here, just for your sake. Back here, put that back. So I'm bringing this snoot light in. Let me get a battery out of one of these guys so we can get some power to them. So how do I set these lights? How do I build these lights up? Just have fun with it. Okay. Let's see. Turn on. Right now it's at. All right. I'm gonna do 1/16, 1/8. I don't want to be the same power. I just want to be underneath it. So I'm gonna do 1/64 of a stop. I move my camera, lift my camera out of the way. So I'm gonna bring this light in on the opposite side here. It's not gonna be a lot because the diameter of the light is gonna be pretty small. So I'm just gonna put a little play thing right there. Since I really don't want a, I don't want it. I don't want the window because I don't have enough. I can put it back there. Yeah, let's do the window back there on an angle over that side. Let's see what that looks like. And I'm gonna go back to where I was. I'm gonna look through the viewfinder here real quick. See what that looks like. All right, there it is. Now you can just play with different lighting effects that you want. Like I said, I didn't want it to overshadow the look or anything like that. But I don't have a blue. It may look like I have a blue. I do. I have a blue uh, gel on this. So I'm gonna take the. It's not the blue gel. It's the blue sticker to protect the when you get it. Let me get that off. Let me peel that off real quick. When you get these, it has a film on it to protect it. So I'm gonna take that off real quick. All right. And if you want to utilize these here, and you want to know, you want to go both, and you want to know what this particular one I'm using, will have it another video when I'm talking about this particular one. It's a newer brand. Um, it's a newer brand, but I'm not going to talk about it now. Other than it's pretty amazing. I like it. Too. I like working with it as well. Let's see my light here. So what did I do? Okay, there we go. And you can turn to make sure it's where it's supposed to be. You get a lot of little things you can play with. I'm not really concerned about that right now, as much as I am about the look um, of it as well. Okay, so we can see what that looks like. There we go. Try one more. Is that it? Is it still? It's blue. It's still a little bit blue. It shouldn't be. Okay, it's a little bit better. So let's go in to this and let's be real. Let's have fun. Let's see the coolness of Capture One. I know it's not a Capture One episode, but we're gonna make some adjustments here on Capture One. It's a pretty cool picture. So let's start with the framing. Okay, I'm not gonna move the camera again. I'm just gonna do some framing. Okay. Well, thank you guys for hanging with me as well. So I'm just gonna do a quick little framing for this. That's a little bit. And we're gonna, it is clipping just a tad bit. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm going to, since this is not moving, I'm gonna drop this down to 1/25th. Take a shot. We'll stop, we'll see what that looks like. That looks good. Still before, one before, one after. It's gave me a little bit of change, but it's still just a little bit for me, a little bit underexposed. So I'm going to bring up my ISO to 160. Take another shot. Okay, it's giving me a little bit more air feel. It got a little airy, as you can tell. It's a little more lighter. That's before. This is after. So uh, then directly, I'm gonna drop it down to because I want to create a little bit of bulk. If I go down there, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be too lit. I got 3.5, but it's gonna push it back. Yeah, so it's gonna be too lit. So, but we're at exposure basically. We're at exposure in itself. So um, I'm gonna take my ISO back down 1/25th and do one more. Okay. Okay, I can work with that. Okay. It's a little bit underexposed, but I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna go to adjustments, and this is the adjustment. It's black and white with color tones. But so I'm just gonna do a color tone of that nature with black and white, but it's still in color, so it gives me a nice little gradient. look, but I want to take it all the way down to black and white, and I want to do a little bit more contrast on it, on the hat itself. And I truly think the exposure is just a little bit too much of what I want to see. So now, every shot I have from here on out in itself is going to be, it's going to look like this, okay? Let me go ahead and add a little bit of, let's see, I'm just going to push the contrast too hard. The brightness is killing me now. There. Put some more shadows out like that. And drop these whites down. And my blacks, yes, my blacks. Bring my blacks back in. There we go. So, and for all of his purposes of this shot, this is, I'm hit enter. So this is all we're going to see coming out the camera going forward. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here to tether because I don't have to move right now. My camera is set, my light is set. I don't have to move anymore. So next time I hit my shutter, because I'm gonna hit it from here, right here, and I'll get the shot that I want. And it's the same shot. It's giving me what I want. So when I go in there to have my clients move around and things of that nature, we'll get to have those particular type of shots that we want. Okay. So this is pretty much working with a window light, because again, the light is right there. You can see it. Let me go ahead and switch sides here. Box over here at the top. I'm just switching my boxes around here. All right, so you can see the fullness of the studio. So I have the actual secondary light that's not really making an impact because it's just a snoot that's on there. It's just hitting the wall, just giving it something different. You have, and let me see if I can. Um, that's my second cam here. Well, I'll just go back to that screen real quick. So here, with this, you have your light right here. Your main light is in the back. This is a wall. You have your camera facing forward shot on this one, and you have a secondary light coming in just to give you a different feel and different look. And you can change your directions up of all this stuff to make it feel how you want. You have a secondary play, and that we talked about to when we talked about building your light and building that truth of that light. So I'm gonna go back to here. All right. So you're building that truth to that light, and you can see the light coming across here. Um, and it's giving you everything that you need, every piece of information that you would like to have on that level. So that's why I'm sharing with you that even though it's on the opposite side, this is it. That's it though. Even though it's on the opposite side, that's what it's all about. So thank you. I know it was a lot. I know this video is pretty long, so I just wanted to make sure you guys got a good, really good picture about it, and you are feeling comfortable about using Capture One, and you're feeling comfortable about building your look. You're feeling comfortable about tethering. You're feeling comfortable about using secondary lighting. You're feeling comfortable about um, being more creative in your thought process, using your imagination a lot more. And also, too, if you have a secondary light, if you want to add some more light to it, you can. This is some fun stuff. I want you guys to kind of think about how and why you would choose to kind of do a shot progression like this, and how will that feel? And I would love to see it. So please do. Um, Show the work. Let's put your work down in here. This is I love this. I love creating opportunities and giving us some good information. I'm going to use this light setup again with someone, so you can see it on with the person. But I gave you multiple examples. But if we can do it inside the studio, if you want to come in and participate and be a model for this particular look, please do. You can come. And it doesn't have to be boudoir or anything like that. That's just one way I like to show this particular lighting because it's light coming into the room, and it's amazing. Now I have special things. I can move that wall. I have multiple walls. I can create light, have it flow in different ways, and all types of fun stuff. So if you like to come and create some stuff, please do. If you're a photographer, want to learn how to do this, please do. I have classes on Saturday, so I would love to have you go ahead and sign up and come on in because that'll be awesome for you to possibly create some likeness of this as well. I am, really appreciative of you guys' time and thank you guys for hanging in there and looking at the full video. Um, but other than that, I don't got anything else. So keep shining and grinding. Until next time, I'm out, baby, baby. Thank you guys for joining me.